me, the conference has been an eye-opener.
There were a great diversity in the attendees. There was a great diversity in the speakers. There's lots of different perspectives that were shared.
Internal communication is the way to go for any successful company in the future.
I think the leader gives his brief, but we as communicators have to curate that information and put that into language that the staff can understand in a more accessible way.
I think as comms professionals as well, it's part of our role to coach our leaders to be storytellers. So if stories help unlock us as humans, if it's what we connect with as humans.
I think it's important for people to hear from the CEO, but actually I think it's just as important for the CEO to hear from the people.
In many ways, organisations are the best possible place to tell a story. All organisations have a foundation, a reason for being, one entrepreneur, one visionary, a group of people that came together to form that organisation.
Every person is different, but generally within companies they have a culture and a feel. And I think part of internal comms' purpose is to enforce that culture. Really important for internal comms people to know who they're talking to know the issues that those people are interested in. Because if it's just pushing messages out, then you're not going to get connection with the audience. You have to really know what they want to understand, what they want to know more about.
Not actually just having audiences divided into what their job titles are or what geographies they work in, but looking at the psychographics, what makes them get up out of bed in the morning, what motivates them as individuals, digging deeper beyond their job titles.
I think one thing that's clear is that as an industry, channels are hugely important to us.
I'm not surprised when people say, my intranet doesn't work. And the other question is who owns it? And you know, if it's owned by IT or it's owned by a conglomeration of different people, maybe it's not been set up as a comms tool. You know, for me, you can achieve a lot more in other ways.
We have to evolve. I think our audience groups, I think people generally, I think consumers are evolving all the time, tastes evolve. Channels of course evolve, and if we chase channels, if we allow ourselves to be defined by those channels, we're chasing, we're not leading.
To give an example, is like washing a cup. You know, when you're washing the cup, you can wash the cup on the outside, or you can wash the cup on inside, or both. If you really are the one who's going to drink from that cup, washing inside is really more critical than washing on the outside.
I think if you want to succeed externally, you have to succeed internally. Getting it right with your staff is a #1 priority, absolutely.
So I would say the stories that I'm hearing, the kind of insights that are coming from the people who are the conference leaders is quite interesting, and I would say all those are things that we can use in our background, where we come from, and I think I would say this was one of the best conferences I ever attended on communications in general.